Okay, today we are playing a new kind of challenge. I'm picking Yerdek here, and we will play against 5 crazy bots in domination. I think that's on a continent maps, but let's just look into it. And now the idea is that we will be able to use all the units like riders and knights or swordsmen and catapults and all that stuff. But we are not allowed to upgrade our cities. So all our cities will be level 1. It will be kind of difficult if there is a water barrier to the other tribes, because we can't build boats, and if that happens, then I suppose the challenge is unwinnable. But let's just hope it's not the case and explore its roads. Now the thing is, we can use the roads to travel, but we have to be careful to not connect our capital to other cities, because that would upgrade our capital and also the connected cities a bit. And that would be against the challenge rules, so we gotta be a little bit careful about that. Then let's see what's in this room. It's a lot of money. That is good. That means we can buy a little bit tech. I think the most important thing right now are riding, because it gives us a new kind of unit, a rider. And I suppose let's also get free spirit for the clear forest mainly, because you won't be able to use the forest otherwise anyway. I mean, I guess you could use it as blockade so that other units can travel so far, because it's rough terrain. And I think we let it be with it. I mean, we could try to buy chivalry, because knights is always good to have. Or we could buy climbing, or we could try to go into archery or mathematics. But I think it's better to see how the situation develops. I mean, right now we are about to capture a village, so I suppose we actually should buy some new tech. I'm just not sure which. We could really try climbing. I mean, it gives us better vision. But I think I'll go with archery instead. I mean, it just gives us more units and also gives us protection in forest. And I think that's pretty good. Now we sadly can't buy it immediately, but we can chop a little bit forest here again. And let's do that. Again, I won't buy archery just yet, because I just want to be more flexible. If something unpredicted happens. We should have made a new unit. I overlooked that we have new free unit space now that we captured the city. I'd say we make a rider here. And there seems to be enemy terrain here. I don't know, I just want to have archers. I think it's a good idea to have them. We can't really afford knights anyways, and even swordsmen or catapults will be kind of too expensive because you only have 3 stars per turn. Oh no. Well, at least he got some money out of it. I would say we look a little bit around here. I mean, I think we kind of have to kill the rider right now. Sadly, I suppose he moves the warrior in and attack with the warrior first. Simply because otherwise we wouldn't have another unit in our city. And we don't know if there may be even more riders. And let's look that we can buy climbing. It will be very important now so that we can get a little bit vision. And then we get another rider here so that he can help protect the city. And I think then we are pretty good to go. Okay. I would like to kill this rider, but I don't think that will be possible. So I guess we'll just get a little bit vision. Very dangerous here. I think the best we can do is we move our units close and then unsiege. Oh. Because it's gonna be difficult to protect the city, but you know, unsieging it seems more doable. And I think I'll actually buy Night soon because we actually can't use that much money. Like without we have basically no income, but yeah, also have less expenses. Yeah, because for one, we can't use our money to get city upgrades, and for the other part, can't we can't build so many units. We can only build a few. Let's attack this, and I suppose let's get back a little bit. I think we make another rider here. Move this warrior in. I think we need all we can get, all our units we can get on this front line. We just gotta hope that Baldur doesn't decide, or any other tribe, decides to build ships and siege us that way, because that would be very bad for us for obvious reasons. Now let's see. I don't think we can siege, but let me calculate real quick. Okay, for some reason the video straight up stopped and not only paused. So I gotta look that I'll combine it later again. But the good news is we actually can siege. So let's do that. Actually, we can't siege after all. I accidentally mixed up the normal defense bonus with the wall defense bonus. But let's just do our best with the situation. I suppose we heal this. And then we kill here. And I think we go on the mountain just for vision. Again, we won't be able to actually protect our city. I mean, maybe we could have if we played better. But it should be no problem to simply unsiege. Let's move the archer back so that our units are all nice and healed. Yeah, we can upgrade the 1 HP veteran, the 9 HP rider to a veteran, so let's do that. And we make warrior here. We move this warrior in a little. I wonder if there's a village around here or if there's just water. It's hard to tell. I should probably move a unit in that way. And then I suppose we should start thinking about getting another unit. Maybe I go for knights after all. I could also try to go for swordsmen. Swordsmen are also pretty good, mainly for their defensive value. Like, we get support from Imperials. The thing is, knights are mainly an offensive and aggressive unit, while swordsmen are rather defensive, and catapults are a support unit, I would say. Let's see, I can't really move this rider to the city because if I rode him, then those two cities would be connected and that would be against the rules. I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be enough to actually level the cities up. So I suppose they could make an exception. You know what, I think I'll allow it because, like I said, it won't be enough to actually level the cities up. And I think that's good enough to allow it. It's a hard challenge in any case, so I don't think we have to be even more restrictive than it's needed. I think I'll actually check out this corner. I move this rider in, mainly to protect ourselves. And now the question is, what do we do? Knights or swordsman? Let's see what the check would cost. 23. It's a little bit more than we can afford, but a knight costs 10. Making a knight would also cost too much as we could afford it. I think it's better to just not buy anything right now. And I hope the city doesn't get sieged. I mean, it maybe was a bad idea to move this rider here, because now the warrior and the rider could team up on my rider and then bounce in here, but the AI isn't really smart, and it's also getting attacked from Imperius, so it's kind of distracted. Also, even in the worst case, we at least have a few units around here, so I think it should be okay. Oh no, they actually did exactly what I feared. That's a little bit sad, because again it takes away money from us. I suppose let's move it all back here to, protect it a little bit. And now we gotta look that we buy some tech, because they are about to. We actually could afford a knight. Could also go for smithery. I mean, a knight could potentially be very game changing if the bots make a good chain, a good knight chain. But I think so, like overall, swordsmen will be more useful simply because they are cheaper. Then we take a little bit of wood here. We heal our warrior. Now this city will sadly be sieged again by this warrior. But actually could make a swordsman here. Could reach the city and then it would be safe. Let's do that. Now getting this city actually is a pretty huge deal now that I think about it. Because this is actually a way how we can get cities leveled up. I wonder if it maybe even would be a good strategy to let the bot just take over a city, just so that he levels it up for us. I actually think that would be a pretty good strategy. But on the other hand, I also think it would be a little bit cheating, so let's not do that intentionally. I mean, if we lose a city and get it back and it just happens, and I suppose it just happens. But if we can avoid it, then let's not intentionally get a city sieged. And I think you make another swordsman here. And I think we make a warrior here. I don't plan to actually move this warrior in, it's just that if Bardo or anyone else tries to attack us with boats, then the city is at least a little bit protected. And let's enter. I'm also concerned that there may be Aquarium. Well, with Aquarium here, there's actually a huge risk that the city indeed gets attacked. But I suppose let's just hope that they fight against Bardo. And let's also hope that the land will connect back to Badua here. Because again, if there's no land connection, then we can't defeat everyone. I mean, I suppose in that case I would let it count as a win if we get all the landmass that's available to us. We can't build a road here because again it would connect cities, and this time it would actually upgrade our capital, so we absolutely can't afford that. But let's road everywhere there where we can afford it. And then we move our swordsmen in, but we don't actually attack because it would basically just hurt ourselves. We just want to have a little bit protection here. And then we make a few archers and save money, I suppose. Maybe I should actually disband this warrior and make a swordsman here just in case. Because the aquarium around here makes me a little bit nervous. Now there's just a warrior in the city, and even though city walls, the archers ready and our swordsmen ready, I think we can siege this no problem. And let's move another warrior in here, just so that enemy swordsmen can't move in and reach our archers or anything like that. And we make another archer. And I think this actually looks pretty good for now. Let's get in this city just in case again anything unexpected would happen, like ship would be here in the fog and just siege us unexpected. That could be dangerous, so I think Xingxin just leveled up the city for us again, which obviously was a very dumb decision of them, but the bots do that from time. Huh. On this, it would be actually be good to get catapults here, because a catapult on this mountain can easily get the city. I'm not sure if we should work on that. Maybe we should go for knights, because slowly we get enough money that it's like that we could afford making one or two maybe. And it's a lot of tech costs to get to catapults. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we go for catapult. It's just yeah. They can be very cost effective long term, because once you have I didn't think about that. The city will stay in Imperial's hand because he just indirectly killed a swordsman. Hopefully they will be thankful for us, but I doubt it. Let's actually see what... Hey, Imperius likes us, it's very good. Well, again, what I wanted to say, long term, those catapults can be very cost effective, because they just don't die. If you have a knight, then it will pretty much always go direct to the front lines, and catapults just can stay back a bit, and so they are less likely to suddenly die. Well, that's just left open like this. I suppose they siege their city. It's like not that nice of us because Imperials thought we were friends, but that's just how life goes sometimes. And yeah, I think let's actually buy catapult tech, and I'll actually make one here just to protect this city a little bit, because again Aquarian makes me very nervous here. And I suppose let's move this a little bit in. We could try to buy even more tech. Like for example, we could go for Mindbenders. Mindbenders actually aren't a bad unit, but I still think they are usually not worth it. I mean, they're strong units, but it's just too expensive to get to them, if you know what I mean. We siege another city. Gladly. Let's actually... I mean, we could go for Mindbenders. I mean, sometimes they're useful if the enemy makes giants, for example. Then that would be a pretty cost-effective counter. And I think we just can afford it. I mean, what else do we do with our money? Also, if we're lucky enough, we maybe even get a monument out of it. It's also kind of cool. Let's see. We should be able to siege this. Ah. I forgot that this would area control us. Yeah, but let's just slowly move units in. And can't afford philosophy. So I suppose it just takes the city. Move our units a little bit and make another swordsman. And there we go. Not much more we can do. I mean, we could make more catapults, but I don't think we need them right now. I don't really like that the catapult is in the city here. Because even though they are strong units, if they get reached, they have just no defense. And even this defender could make problems to our catapult if it goes directly next to it, and could potentially even kill it. And if it's in a city and get killed by a defender, then it's obviously very bad. Let's hear this. I mean, it's not very likely that there's a ship here. I don't think we would need to change this with a swordsman. Now we can buy philosophy, and also the every other tech gets cheaper because of that. So we have Mindbender and cheaper tech. So there actually isn't too much tech that would actually help us. Like we can't use any of this after fishing because we can't build ports and we can't fish, and whales would only be reachable if we get border growth in our cities. I mean, aquatism is also useless because we can't get any naval units. But I suppose we could. Yeah, we could, because the bot built ports for us. We ourselves can't build ports, but the enemy can. So there actually is a way how we can get over the water even if the enemy are separated by water. Didn't think about that. It's actually pretty cool. Let's get a little bit vision first. So no. What does the market think of us? They don't like us. Okay, fair enough. I would say we actually go for a Mindbender Ecoticus. Yes, and let's upgrade him to veteran, then he shouldn't be able anymore. Perfect. Let's kill this just because it annoys me. And yeah, I suppose we take fishing so that he has a chance to get sailing at some point, and then can travel over the water on the ports that the bot built. I see ports here, so here's also a port, but it's only to this small water place. So I suppose this is right now is our only city with connection to water. So that will be a very important city to us. We should be careful not to lose it. We move our units a little bit in. I mean, I suppose we can be more carefree with our roads out here, because as long as the cities aren't protected to the capital, it doesn't matter if they're connected to each other. We move our swordsmen in, so that they are on roads. We make another. We chop a little bit of trees. Maybe we should have done that earlier. Maybe then we actually could have avoided sailing already. But whatever, it doesn't matter too much. Move our units in. I'm actually building a little bit night chains here, but I don't think that a multi will attack us with knights right now, so it should be okay. Let's actually build another catapult, just in case. I could also move this catapult a little bit up so that we could attack Bardur, but we can't siege right now, and it would be more dangerous for our catapults to die. Let's kill this. Then we move our swordsman in. We move our mindbender in. We make another mindbender. We move the swordsman in. Let's actually attack this so that the giant can kill our swordsman here. Because if it can't come close to our mindbender, then obviously we can't get the giant. This is also actually the only way how we can get giants, because without city upgrades we just can't get them on our own. Let's buy sailing. Perfect. Yes. Ooh. Aquarium got here. But it looks like it's connected, so we probably don't even need naval units. Also, like, we wouldn't need them. But let's take them anyways, because I mean, it's good to have naval units. They are strong. And I suppose let's see if we can siege here as well. We sadly don't have a catapult near enough. But this should work, and we heal this up. This will also protect our giant a little bit. And let's clear a little bit first. I move my mindbender in here a little bit to heal my units. I don't think I will be able to mindbend anything, but my giant and my swordsman here is a little bit low on health, and there's a high chance that Omachi will attack the swordsman and also make it low on health. So it's probably good to have a little bit healing here. And then we move our catapults a little bit in. And I think that's a pretty good turn. Yeah, and I will be very quick to get the catapult in reach, but as long as my units aren't near the city, I don't think there's much sense in attacking it. Yeah, I don't think we need any more tech. I mean, theoretically, I suppose we could get trading and increase our money, because this would actually not upgrade our cities. But we actually aren't looking all that bad on our money. I mean, we aren't looking good if we would see it as a normal game. but it's definitely way better than I had expected. Let's see this shined even more. Perfect. I think he has good vision. There aren't really good positions to put my catapults in. This, what I do right now is actually kind of stupid. Because my archers are, well, very attackable right now. At least it will be in reach of my catapult. So if they try to do some funny business and kill my archer, at least he can kill his units then back. Then let's explore the waters a little bit, and now we actually move the catapult in and dispense this warrior. Oh dang, he isn't even from the city. But he's from this city apparently, so that's also good. And you make another catapult here. And hope it doesn't get suddenly sieged by Trident or anything. Or Tridention, I think they actually are called. But I also always just call them Tridents. Okay. I'm actually a little bit surprised that it can't kill this, but I suppose that is the power of city walls. Let's see. 2, 3. I think we have to siege with this. Let's attack first. Oh, nice. And there we siege. I mean, we are just sieging with a warrior. Suppose we should start training swordsman bows so that we have a better chance of keeping that city. But I think that's looking pretty good nonetheless. We move our giant a little bit in. I mean, maybe I should be more protective of my giant and don't always have him on the front lines, because he's pretty rare. I probably won't be able to get any more giants with this challenge. And there we have yet another city. This is the first time I made this challenge. Like the caveman runs, I already had a little bit experience with from before I uploaded videos, but this is something I just recently came up with. I hope you like it. You can also, by the way, if you want, write down in the comments if you want to see a specific challenge. I mean, I probably run out of ideas pretty soon anyways. And I mean, it's also kind of fun usually to get yourself involved a little bit. So yeah, if you have any ideas what I should do as my next challenge, feel free to write in the comments. Oh, sadly still isn't enough. I think I'd rather kill this and try to move the giant a little bit back, because now it's actually pretty hurt and I don't really want to lose it. So I guess I'll heal it up a little bit. Let's move our mindbender in so that it can faster heal. Make another swordsman. We move our catapult in, but not too far that it could be attacked. I mean, a knight chain could reach it here over the archer and the mindbender, which would actually be pretty bad. But I don't see much risk of that happening, if I'm quite honest. Let's actually siege again, just for fun. I doubt this will hold. Let's see. Doesn't show how much the swordsman can hurt the rider. Probably some glitch. But I don't think there's much chance of the rider surviving. But at least it will cost a little bit money to acquire. And I guess you just make more swordsmen here. You actually could think about buying knights now, because you have a lot of money left. It actually did survive. Very interesting. And also, we just have a 4 HP rider, but we have 2 catapults that can reach the city. So there's actually pretty much no way we will lose the city again. So that's kind of cool. Let's move this out of the way, and I guess takes this a random defender a little bit. Yeah, let's get a little bit vision. Oh, nice, you can siege. Oh. Let's kill this. You also could have, mind-bended it, but the swordsmen aren't really all that expensive for us to get, so might as well just heal the giant. I could try. I have enough vision to see that the catapult won't be in at least immediate risk if I move it in one square, and could potentially be helpful, like now it is able to reach the city with this attack, so that's good. And let's see if we can afford knights now. We can afford the attack, but we can't afford the knights itself yet. 30 turns, 40 stars turn 27. It's actually, even for a normal run, not that bad, I think. So for that we can't upgrade our cities, we actually make quite a lot of money. I'm very surprised by that. I suppose make more swordsman boats. I mean, we can also just land them randomly. Don't have to make a naval battle with them. Oh no. We kill this with our ships so that we can kill this amphibian with catapult and heal the other catapult, and then we make a swordsman here, so there's no risk of getting sieged again. We pretty much would need more vision, so we can see if any amphibians are close and can better protect ourselves from them. Let's double heal this giant and then also let him heal himself. I'm not sure what to do. I could kill this swordsman and siege again, but I think it's more important to get rid of this crap. Also, I could probably still siege. It was kind of dumb to attack with the swordsman first. I should have attacked with the archer first, but whatever, I suppose. Yeah, let's see a siege again. And then I suppose we make a few knights. Because we just can afford it. So why not? It's like I said, knights are more the aggressive units, while swordsmen are usually more defensive. I mean, they still have very strong attack power, so they are also dangerous in offensive strategies. Oh no. Like, Tridentions are actually very strong against catapults because with their rebounds, they theoretically have like 4 reach, like 4 tiles reach, which is more than the 3 tiles reach of the catapult. I mean, they still need to move for that, while the catapult can just stand still, but they're definitely very dangerous for our catapults. It's one of the best counters, actually. Yeah, let's heal our giant up the last bit. Let's see how far our knights can reach. Actually not too much. I mean, they can reach very far, but there are just no enemies nowhere near. Let's actually get this to veteran because there's so many swordsmen around that I think it would die otherwise. Yeah. Suppose we just move our units in. And that's pretty much all you can do. Or let's say it better, it's pretty much all we need to do. We could also buy tech or something like that. But it's just a little bit unnecessary. We actually can take the warriors from this city and the port from this city. That's also kind of funny in my opinion. I'm not sure why it's funny, but it kind of is. Let's see. I think that's good enough. Let's put this on land. And there the dragons come. I suppose I move this battleship out of the way because I don't want it to die. It's kind of expensive. Let's kill this with a catapult. And I think I'll attack with the battleship first and just hope that it doesn't have vision. Ah, it has. But I suppose it's okay because tridents have barely any defense. So yeah. Let's see. Can't reach anything with our catapults. Let's just move our knights in. And make a bunch of new knights. Actually, let's kill this. We're just so much stronger now than the enemy because you have so much more cities that I don't think it makes sense to train anything else than knights right now. Like, I mean, we're just rushing them down. The catapults can't keep up because everywhere where the catapults can try to go to attack, the enemies are already dead. And also the knights actually have more attack power than the swordsmen. Like the swordsmen have 3 point. The swordsmen have 3 attack, and the knights have 3.5. So they are actually a little bit stronger. That's what I feared. Yeah, this way you can reach. Let's kill this. Like, even though we didn't upgrade any cities, we make way more money than the bot right now, just because you have so many cities. I think this challenge is pretty much won. Let's move this in here and just make more knights. We have the money for it and they are a strong unit. Move the mindbenders in. I mean, the mindbenders won't really do anything. I suppose make a knight here. Takes this city. Can't even really reach anything with our ships, with our battleships. Guess we just explore them a little bit. Maybe we can uncover the fog of the entire world. Yeah, let's try that. Maybe we can. Maybe we can kill all the. Maybe we can uncover all the fog before the enemy is killed completely off. I sometimes like to do that as a little challenge at the end, because usually at the end it gets especially easy, so to have a little bit extra challenge for that. I mean, I don't think he will be able to uncover nearly all the fog, because you're simply killing the enemy so fast. But I mean, we can still try, can't we? No. And that's it. We uncover a little bit of fog. Maybe I should just go on the ruin. Maybe that's more interesting than uncovering fog, because pretty sure we won't be able to uncover the fog anyways, so maybe we can at least see what is in the ruin. Actually, kind of close. Let's see, maybe we actually managed to uncover all the fog. Another ship. And yes, we managed barely to uncover all the fog in time when we beat the enemy. So I would say this was a complete success on the mission. You can defeat 5 crazy bots even without upgrading your cities a single time. And I think that is a good ending for this video. Let's look at the score real quick. We actually were even really quick. Didn't take much time. We lost a few units, but still 49% rating. Nearly 59, which would have given us 3 stars, but considering we had a challenge, I think we did pretty good. And with this, goodbye.